Welcome to the Recomp Diamond Blueprint video. This is specifically for women that are trying to drop that last 10 to 15 pounds, recomp the body, just look freaking amazing, be able to walk into a room, walk on the beach, turn heads. People are asking you for the workout routine, so you can pick anything off the rack without even thinking about it. Yes, that's the vibes we're going for. And I've worked with over 200 women. I have some pictures of them right here, actually, that I'm actually still working with them actively right now. So if you're interested in working one-on-one, just shoot me a message, or I have a link below this video that you can book a call with me. Also, all of the links for everything I show in this video are going to be below this video, so you can get all the resources, one-stop shop. Let's get into it. So the very first thing we're going to start doing is we're not going to use ChatGPT. Okay, stop using ChatGPT. What we want to do is use something a little bit more specific for that when we're calculating our macros and our calories. Okay, so ChatGPT is nice, but it doesn't get the full grasp of your life. I don't know if you have a sedentary job. A lot of the women we work with, some are pro athletes, some of them are ex-athletes, a lot of them are working a 9 to 5, or maybe they're running their own business. They're sitting quite often, so they're not that active during the day besides when they're training. So I want you to stop using ChatGPT and use my calculator instead. Again, you'll have it below this video. A quick show and tell how this works. You're going to put your name, you're going to put your information here, your height, initial weight, when you started this, and you're going to put everything in there. I'll do an example. Okay, so I just input information for a gal named Mary. I just made her up. She is 29, female. She's 65 inches tall. Don't make the mistake of putting in like feet. It's all in inches here. Her starting weight is around 165. We put that in here. Her activity levels right now, we're going to put as mildly active. It'll show you your resting metabolic rate. It'll give you an estimate and it'll give you maintenance calories. I want to note that sometimes your resting metabolic rate may not actually be this number. So don't take this for complete Bible. If you've been eating 1,200 calories for years and years, I'm guessing you that your metabolic rate is actually lower than that. That's why we work one-on-one with our clients, but I digress. Over here, you're going to input if you want to lose, gain, remain the same. Okay, so if you're going for more body recomposition, you can help dial in your macros right here. If you want to lose weight, that's fine. Just put the amount of weight that you want to lose. It'll tell you your total daily caloric intake. As far as the macro prescription right here, you want to aim for your goal body weight in grams. So let's say for Mary, she's 165, but she wants to be 150 pounds. So she's going to be 150 grams of protein. We're going to backfill carbs after we do fat. So fat should always be around 40 to 50 grams for most women to upkeep hormonal regulation. And then, so we're gonna do 50. And then I backfill the carbs right there for 150 to get us that 1650 number. You can play around with this, test and experiment with what you like. That'll give you the percentage, it'll give you the exact amount. Next, you're gonna go over here, and I actually made a nice flow chart for you here. Now you're gonna take that number and you do a 4 planned meal split. So let's just say, for example, you are trying to eat 2,000 calories and 150 grams of protein. You are going to make sure you're eating every 3 hours, and we're having 4 meals, 500 calories each meal with about 38 grams of protein in each meal. That's the basics, because that's going to stabilize your glucose levels, stabilize your blood sugar, and make sure that you are actually getting adequate amount of nutrients throughout the day. We don't want to starve ourselves. We want to make sure we're eating just enough food. If we're in a calorie deficit or we are going for recomposition, we have to get all of our nutrients in. Don't skip meals. Don't fast. Next, carb timing matters. Okay, this is the next part of the diamond right here. This is so important. And what I mean by that is we're going to follow the 4-1-0 method. The more carbs you have in your body around your training window, the stronger you are going to feel, the better your performance is going to be in training. And we all know if we train harder and have better performance in training, we're going to get a better result. So we don't want to skip carbs. 4-1-0 or 3-1-0 method. Test this out. 4 hours before, I want you eating your complex carbohydrates. So that's going to be anything that ends in like potato or even some like brown rice. That's going to be your complex carbs. 1 hour before, we're going to have simple carbs. So I do a lot of dried mango, fruits with my clients, something like maybe yogurt with a little bit of honey in it, but lots of like simple carbs here. And then during training, if you have a really tough training session, then we can do 0, meaning that you can actually have carbs during your workout. So you can also just spike your water with some, element packets if you feel like you need some electrolytes during that, or if you feel like training is very hard, then you can actually literally drink some carbohydrates. Otherwise, you don't have to if you're just doing traditional weightlifting. But 4-1-0 is a good method to follow. Next, weekend prep. I have some resources right here for you. I'll show them. I have a fast food cheat sheet. I'll drop it below, but all the way from Starbucks, McDonald's, Wendy's, Chick-fil-A. I have all sorts of stuff in here you can take a look at, so you know exactly how to eat out when you are actually going out or on the move. As well as I have a Costco high protein snack and just Costco grocery shopping list in general That will go for prepackaged and refrigerated snacks all the way down here, fruits, etc. So these are really good resources for you to have, but you can check those out. And I want to show is a lot of my clients, one of the things that they come into is they actually start like really dialing in their meal prep for the weekends, because that's the biggest difference maker. So many of us, we make progress throughout the week and then we throw it all out on the weekends because there's plans, there's parties, there's barbecues, whatever. Okay, we want to make sure we're staying dialed in, but you got to be intentional and you got to prepare. And then lastly, every 4 weeks you're tracking this. So you should be tracking every day your weight, your lifts, your volume, your progress photos. But every 4 weeks is when you want to take a step back out and say, okay, what transpired? What went well? What didn't went well? What didn't go well? Did I move closer to my goal? If the answer to that question is yes, don't change anything. If the progress has been slow, you need to make tweaks. This is what we work on with our clients one-on-one, because plateaus happen, stalls happen. Instead of getting your head about it, you actually have a coach that can help you, show you exactly what you should focus on. So you should be tracking not all of this stuff, because that's a lot to do on your own. If you're working with a coach, we can track this more carefully for you. But your lifts and your volume, very important, especially your compound lifts. You should be taking progress photos every 7 to 10 days so you can see what's going on in the mirror. Who cares what the scale says if you love what's in the mirror? You should be tracking your weight at least every other day, your energy levels, and then your bowel and your cycle, your bowel movement and your cycle, okay? That's it right there. That's how this diamond works. Again, all of our clients, they follow this protocol. They all lose around 1 to 2 pounds per week. They all tone up, literally get abs, visual abs, and they're lying on the beaches. A lot of my clients send me photos. They're PRing in their runs. They're signing up for half marathons. A lot of what you feel that you can't do right now, starving yourself, all that stuff, it doesn't work, okay? It's short-lived, and you feel like you just can't sustain your actual physique unless you go back into starvation mode or like eating no food. We like to show our clients how to eat maximum amount of food and have a very fast metabolism and have a physique that looks elite. Hope this helped.